Don't judge the day by what you reap, judge it by what you sow. Hello and welcome to your snippet. This is Sober Living Snippets, where we live alcohol-free so we can heal our relationships, feel youthful again, and ditch regret and shame. And as I always like to say, a whole lot more. I'm Becca Jacobson. Today is our second day together where we're committed to doing alcohol-free. Some of us are. Hopefully you are. If you're not, welcome aboard and let's make it happen. This week, we're committed to going alcohol-free together. Some of us are getting our first 5 days, some are getting our next 5 days, and some are along for the ride and still undecided. Doesn't matter where you're at, all are welcome here. Today, I want to talk to you about the difference between reaping and sowing and what the hell does it have to do with sobriety and us. And let me tell you, it has a lot to do with you, your life, your sobriety, and your alcohol-free journey. The quote that I want to share with you is from Frederick E. Dodson in a book called Parallel Universes of Self. It's a pretty wild book, wild book. Am I recommending it? Well, maybe if you're interested in that kind of thing. More importantly, I heard a quote from this book, one little line. That's what I want to talk about. In this book, Dodson said, "Don't judge the day by what you reap, but by what you sow." Let's talk about this and why it matters to us, because it does. It matters. Because I've talked about this before. In fact, fairly recently, I talked about putting out there what you want to get back. If you want love, give love. You want friendship, give friendship. If you want to be happy, help to make others happy, right? This is that same law. This is really what this quote means. When we get up in the morning and we're going through our day, instead of looking at what am I seeing in my life? What is in my life? What is happening here today in my life? Am I seeing happy things? Am I seeing things that are irritating me? Am I in difficult situations? Am I unhappy? Am I struggling? What is here in my life today? Instead of looking at that, ask yourself, what can I do today to make sure that tomorrow is better? Don't judge the day by what you reap, but by what you sow. Because you know what? The truth of the matter is that whatever is in your life today, this moment here today, what's happening for you is because of something you said or did yesterday. And when I say yesterday, I mean the metaphorical yesterday, in the past, sometime in the past. Could have been yesterday, could have been last week. But what's happening in your life is directly related to the actions, thoughts, and behaviors that you've put out into the world in the past, either in the recent past or farther off. So let's take advantage of this knowledge and say to ourselves, let me do something today that will make tomorrow better. Let me sow something today so I can reap something better tomorrow. Now, what's one thing we could sow today to feel better tomorrow? Anyone? Kids? Show of hands? Somebody? What can we do today to make tomorrow better? Huh? Oh, there in the back, I see a hand. Perfect. Not drink today, and tomorrow would be better. Yay! Yes. Yes, exactly. That's one thing we could do today to make sure that tomorrow is better. What are we sowing today? We're sowing strength. We're sowing commitment. We're sowing determination. We're saying to ourselves and others, I'm committed to this. It's hard, but I'm going to do it today because I want to reap something different tomorrow. If you're feeling like crap today, it's probably because you sowed the wrong thing yesterday, right? So if we think about it this way, it gives us the motivation to go through our day a little more carefully, a little more intentionally. And when we think about each action, each thought, each word that's going to come out of our mouth, we can ask ourselves, what's the payoff on this? What's going to rebound to me? Am I going to make the person standing in front of me feel better or worse? Am I going to build a friendship or just tear one down? Am I sending out love or am I sending out hatred, resentment, anger, frustration? Am I taking this drink? What's that going to build for tomorrow? Let's sow beautiful things today. Let's sow seeds that will germinate and bring to us in the future happiness and peace of mind and health and joy. And the only time we can do that is today. right? We can only sow today. Don't worry too much about the reaping. That's automatic. We know that there's a law of cause and effect. We've talked about it before. Trust me, you're going to reap. You might as well reap something you want to reap and not something you don't want to reap. So that's my invitation to you today, to go through today sowing seeds that will pay off big time. One of the first things you can do to sow a beautiful seed is go into the show notes and join the Sober Living community, which was launched yesterday. And I am so excited to invite you to come into this community so we can get a two-way communication going. This is so I can hear your questions, your requests, your comments. This is so you can ask me questions. This is so you can meet each other. This is not a community that's going to require tons of time from you, but it's a resource that is there that you can help to build. Because if you join today, you're definitely one of the founding members. In there, you'll also get immediate access to some free resources I've put in, some master classes from the past, a couple of courses I did last year. They are open and available to you the minute you get in. Community, of course, is free. So if you want to reap something better tomorrow, one thing you can do is sow a membership in the Sober Living community. Keep coming back for your snippets, grow a relationship with this community and me, and get a foundation that you can really use to build that sober life you want. That is my goal. That is my wish for you, my hope for you. This is where my energy is going for you. My energy comes into not only the snippets, the community, and building as much as I can for those who come to me for help. Your due for today is to go alcohol-free this day. Anyone can do that. I've never given you that due before. Have you noticed that? When I started the daily dues back in August, you'd think that one of the first ones would have been, don't drink. That's what your due is, don't drink. It's actually not a do, it's a don't, but you get my point. But today, that is it. Today, we're on our second day of alcohol-free. And I'm going to invite you to go ahead and refrain from drinking between now and the time you put your head on the pillow tonight. That's my invitation to you, and that is your daily due. Yesterday's daily due still stands. Join the Sober Living community, and let's start building a more robust relationship. I'm really excited about it, and I hope you are too. Come back tomorrow for your snippet, and we will keep going. Sowing and reaping, sowing and reaping. Happy sowing today. Thanks for popping in. Be sure to come back tomorrow so we can keep your head on straight. Sending you buckets of love.